We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Tennessee Titans. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. Fields this way up at the 17. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On play action, now Brady. That's going to be caught downfield by Mooney. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big pickup of 38. That's some early fireworks on the first play from scrimmage.
The last fireworks I saw, July 4th, okay? Here they are celebrating the start of this game the exact same way. Explosive right out of the gate.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On play action, it's Brady. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Darnell Mooney, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. Taken in at the 3. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. This defense for the Titans, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
From the 24, Lawrence. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Lawrence. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. The screen gets 7, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger gain.
Come on, set. 66 foot.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he's going to pick up the Titans' first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And that will force a turnover on downs. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Brady. He rifles complete, caught by Moore. And it's a Titans touchdown. Tom Brady with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes. And the Titans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. This taken in at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And some room to work. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. 43 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today. A guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Play action. It's Lawrence. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27. A snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward. Oh, good move by T.Y. Hilton. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football. Let's get the...
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Raiders have got it back to within a score. Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. From just inside the 20. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Raiders pick it up. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
Elliott good with a PAT, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Very short kick taken right at the 20. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Ball again on 2nd down. And some room to maneuver. They're trying to tiptoe the pylon, but they're going to say he stepped out at the 1-yard line. 73 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Brady. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Dan Arnold, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Titans have taken the lead. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball? Are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary, or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they'll continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Lawrence's throw complete there to Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. They go play action now. Lawrence, they'll roll him out right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
They go with Jacobs. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. From the gun, it's Brady. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. And the Raiders are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
Well, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10.
Looking deep for Hilton. It's caught at the 10. Touchdown. T.Y. Hilton, 51 yards.
And the Raiders strike quickly here to tie up the ball game.
Elliott good on the extra point. And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
From way up at the 23. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
On first down, Brady. It's complete. He dials up Davis once more. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down.
In 2021, Corey Davis made the move from the Tennessee Titans to the New York Jets, but injuries limited him to only 9 games. When healthy, though, he had begun to show the promise that made him a top 5 pick by the Titans. A promising rep there, getting a first down.
And he's taken down inside the 30. 98 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
On first down, right back to Hall. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
The Titans at 2-0 here to begin the season, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Brady to throw on 3rd and 1. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Now to try the field goal, here's Daniel Carlson. This from 42 yards out. The kick by Carlson is good, and they have regained the lead. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky at the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
Whoa!
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. We've got a little more than a minute to go, and I think the offense is saying, hey, all we need here, a field goal, and we can take the lead into intermission.
Well, I think that's what the goal should be. Give your kicker a chance to give you those 3 points. But in the meantime, if someone falls asleep on the defensive side, you might take advantage of that and get a big shot downfield, too.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
They go play action with Lawrence.
And this one is incomplete. Johnson the intended target, but now it's 3rd down.
That's a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Lawrence. Buying time to his left. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Jacobs. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 15. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Escaping. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And his guys have got it back in the closing stages of the first half. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. Carlson able to put this one through. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando. We check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, it's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the 2nd half. Taking it about the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the 2nd half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the 3rd quarter.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On play action, Lawrence rolling to his right. And that is incomplete. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
Fourth down. Here's Lawrence. Flush to his right.
Oh, my God.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Well, let's face it, Brandon, they're down here in the second half, want to try and make something happen, and if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder, because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
So after the INT, it's Brady. Eluding the pressure right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Shaq Thompson coming in for that outside linebacker spot, and he buries him for a loss of 7. On second down, a run with Hall. And he's going to be met at about the 43.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
We got three, fellas. We got three. Here we go.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He hits Mooney going across the middle. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Brady going to go on fourth down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on fourth down. And the Raider D, they get the football back. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on fourth down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, third down situation, big third down alert, lock in here, fourth down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. Lawrence will throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll give him 4 yards there. And 3rd and 8 now. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Let's go. 60 on.
They're going on 4th down. Lawrence. Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. And he is going to have a Raiders first down as they'll get the conversion on a gain of 14.
4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
78 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43.
Now Lawrence.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Deontay Johnson, 43 yards.
And the Raiders have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the 3rd quarter. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
From just inside the 20, a short kick. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 43. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 25 yards that time. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now Brady bounces forward on the jet sweep. And he is going to lose yardage here.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
And he held on to it too long, a coverage sack, down he goes. Credit the sack to the Oregon Duck, DeForest Buckner.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. Second and manageable became third and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. The fourth touchdown pass of the game for Tom Brady. And the Titans answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth quarter lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. 3rd and 7 now.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. On 3rd down, Lawrence. He'll buy some time right. And that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. Picked by Kendall Fuller.
Partner, have you ever heard the story of Icarus in mythology? That's the guy who flew too close to the sun and had his wings melted. That was our guy right there. Keeps pressing it and pressing it. Finally, on that throw, he paid the price with that turnover.
Throwing on 1st down is Brady. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. 5 touchdown passes now for Tom Brady, and the Titans are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. We talk so often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over, and here a late turnover leads to a 4th quarter touchdown and a 2-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy pay. They're able to do so here, and they've got a pretty good chance now of winning this football game.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Yeah, the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Now Lawrence.
Sliding out of the pocket.
Open man downfield is Johnson.
And now off to the races down the right side.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Deontay Johnson
with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Raiders have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Lawrence going to look to throw for it.
And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the 4th quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back.
Accelerating, and off he goes. And it's a Titans touchdown. DJ Moore, 72 yards.
And the Titans use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them, not what they need.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Lawrence. Able to connect with Jacobs.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Throwing now, Lawrence.
That escapes the sack. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Titans are going to have the football here. Interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Now Hall to start the drive. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. Foyesade Aluakan made the tackle there from his safety position. Good gain there on first down, and keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario.
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And the Raiders are right back in this football game. Well, in all likelihood, this ball game's still over. I mean, even with the interception, two-score game, they need a miracle.
Curious decision to even throw the ball in that situation, but maybe they saw a stacked line of scrimmage and said, hey, it's better to try and throw it than to try and run against it. In any event, I think you're exactly right. Now, the other team can pad their stats, but I don't think they're going to win.
Yeah, but still, don't change the channel just yet. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence. They'll roll him out right. He's going to let it fly. And incomplete on the deep ball.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Back to throw, Lawrence. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Out to his left. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And the Titans are going to take possession here. At their own 33.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left.
My nigga, just take a knee, bro, so we can get out the fucking game. What are you doing? I didn't want to concede, my nigga. I don't want it to fuck up the game. It's 7 seconds left. My nigga, just pick a play. What are you doing? Ooh, come on, bro.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Brady to throw. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Titans, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts.
Meanwhile,